Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
And good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome aboard. Grand rising to all of you. This is the MacMan Morning Show. We're here each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That is 11 o'clock. 10 o'clock. If you're up at 11 o'clock, you're going to miss most of the show. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time right here on Mac Media 3's MacMan Morning Show. Welcome to each and every one of you that have woke up with us on this morning and given us a great opportunity to be here. Good morning to our lead moderator and chief moderator, Alice, the blessed child of God, to our anchor sponsor, Keisha the stylist, to the alto section choir president, Sharon Reed, to the chairman of our deacon board, the deacon board of the MacMan Morning Show, Deacon Alvin Moore, to our apostle, Mr. Anthony Reed. We hope you had a good day on yesterday. Good morning to Alice. Good morning to all of you. We got a special guest that's due to come in. Brother Lee will be here with his commentary. And we also got a real good lineup for you on this week. It's also election time, one more day before Dalton selects the person that they want primarily to lead their wonderful village. We're going to have election night coverage right here on the MacMan Morning Show, Mac Media 3 Productions page here on YouTube. We say good morning to each and every one of you. We got a new sponsor. I ain't mean to let the cat out the bag, but we've been working hard this weekend, making sure that everyone making new connections, making wonderful friends. I got a great surprise for you all on Friday, and I'm sure y'all gonna like this surprise that I have. You have to make great connections with people, and that's what we do here on the MacMan Morning Show. We're going to be able to continue to bring you inspiration and information as it comes in to help you in your everyday life. Brother Lee has made it to the studio. He's going to be in holding just for a little while. I got our special guest, Stephanie Weedman, is in holding also. We're going to get with her first because she has so much that she has to do. Listen, I wanted to take time out right now. I got this information and I got this alert from our Mississippi News wires. Tragically, this young man, police officer in Hinds County, part of their sheriff's department and a part of others. He's a young man, tragically lost his life in the line of duty. Uh, the information that we have right now is that they're asking everyone to please keep the Hinds County Sheriff's Office in your prayers. They're the capital. That's the capital. Hinds County is the capital county for the state of Mississippi, which holds the capital city of Jackson, as they mourn our fellow first responder. I'm a first responder. I am a firefighting officer. And let me tell you something. It is a tremendous effect on all of our lives when anyone that's trying to do this kind of work loses their have become unalive. I don't know the details right now, but when they do come in, I will share them with you, to that young man's family, that department, and to law enforcement and peace-loving law enforcement everywhere. I don't know what we got nowadays. I won't talk about that right now, but this young man has a family and people that love him and care about him, and his community cares about him because he gave the ultimate sacrifice. So we're going to be not just in our thoughts, but we need to pray for our country and those that are around. Listen, this morning, and I didn't mean to just, but we always going to remember those that are in our region. We want to thank you all for being here on this morning. We're going to just do a couple of little things real quick, and we'll be right back. This is the MacMan Morning Show. It is 7 minutes after the hour of 9, and we'll be back with our special guest, Trustee of Thornton Township. The Honorable Stephanie Weedman is here with us, and I'm going to pick a brain about what some things that are going on, and let's talk about what's happening there, and hopefully the victorious campaign of Clean House 2025. She is a township trustee, not a Thornton trustee, but she got a little insight on some things. I ain't heard from her, so I just wanted to see what she was doing and bring her on the show. We'll be right back after these important messages.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there. If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Our families are precious to us. We work each and every day to make sure that they are safe and secure and that they have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be home, auto, specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538. That's 708-722-1538.
We're back on the Magman Morning Show, and I'd like to welcome our very, very special guest. I had her at the last minute, and I reached out to her, and she did tell me no, so I'm really happy. I can't say nothing. I'll go say something terrible, but not terrible. But, I'm just grateful that, when you develop friendships and you get together and you do the things that you have to do, your schedule now has changed and your life is upside down, and now you got to hear from your constituents that it's just a wonderful opportunity for us to come together and to be able to talk to wonderful people in our community. Stephanie Weedman is a trustee in Thornton Township in Illinois, in the south suburbs of Cook County. She was just voted in, as I would say. If she even had an election, I think it would have been a landslide. But don't take that from me. But then she had such a wonderful crew with her, as you know, Dr. Nikita Cloud, and there's our correspondent, Sherry Hatchett Britton, and all of those great people, and her colleague, also Carmen Carlisle, also a trustee in Thornton Township. A lot of things have happened since we talked to Stephanie. We saw the brawl and all of those things, and they were fighting, and Superwoman dived in, and it was like the Batman. Hey, y'all ever seen the Batman and the Robin back in the day? Y'all know y'all seen that, and he come up, Holy Toledo, and all that old stuff he was doing, all that old corny stuff, though. But I liked it because when the music will start playing and they start hitting each other, pow, smack, boom, zap. That's what I wanted to play. That's what I wanted to play. But I didn't want to, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get a laugh in this morning because I was wondering, I want to know, y'all know I got questions. I got Stephanie standing by. And y'all tell everybody Stephanie's on. Stephanie's on. Yes, she's here. And I'm not laughing. It wasn't a laughing matter at that time, but you can kind of feel where I was coming from. And I'm just glad and I'm just happy to have the Honorable Stephanie Weedman, trustee of the wonderful Thornton Township. And it's just good to have her here. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? I ain't mean to talk about y'all like that. How you doing, Stephanie? Long time no hear from.
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
Okay. I'm doing good. I got you on the Monday before the big dance, as we would see it here on the outside, as they would say, that election time is coming. I heard, if I'm not mistaken, there's going to be some kind of meeting today that you all are having.
Yes, there is a board meeting tonight, 6 p.m.
Okay. This is your, like, you all have 2 meetings a month. This is your regular scheduled meeting?
Our regular scheduled meeting is typically on Tuesday. We changed it to Monday because the election is tomorrow.
Okay, I see. Barring the last situation that went down, there's another little question I want to ask, though. I want to ask, first of all, are you and your colleagues, are you okay with having a meeting and our security precautions in place already for you?
Yes, we had the last couple meetings. We did a little differently, just, for safety concerns, to kind of, let things cool down a little bit. This meeting, I think that, it's going to go back to a regular meeting. We will have security in place. First and foremost, we always want the residents to feel safe and secure. So, that will be our top priority. And we'll see how it goes.
Well, that's good. Well, so far as observation may have it, it seemed like you and your colleagues have, in a sense, kind of put the brakes on some of the things that the supervisor was trying to do or attempting to do. You kind of got to rein in on some of the spending and some of the practices that were going on, and even made some personnel changes. Tell us how will this continue as far as the direction you all are taking, trimming people that shouldn't be there, and et cetera, et cetera?
Yes, I suppose. What we can see at surface level, we can deal with right away. The goal is not to, come in and get rid of employees. I think that employees should come to work every day and be able to feel safe and secure in their jobs, as long as they're doing their job. So as long as people are coming to work and serving a work function, I don't see that there would be any problems. So I don't want the employees to feel that way. I think that as far as the spending, even prior to me getting there, the trustees had done a great job of cutting off the credit cards and kind of limiting what that spending could look like. There are still some very strange things that she's trying to do. These Christmas gifts were a big thing back in December. And, she made a big ordeal about not being able to have her toy giveaway. And those gifts were never ordered from what I'm being told, yet those bills keep popping up on our bill list every month. So there's confusion around
Wow.
things like that. Of course, we're not approving those. Christmas is over.
Yes.
The tax refund
Yes, it
program
is.
that she keeps putting on there. A lot of this stuff is not that, it's not stuff that the community doesn't deserve. We've done this tax refund program several times, 9, I believe, in 25 years, something like that.
Yes.
So this isn't the first one we've done.
Well,
However, her term she's going to be out of there in 10 weeks. We don't
we
really have
know.
time to
Right.
do anything. And I think that we're to a point where it's safe to say that making sure we try to get to a good place for the next administration to come in and pick up and
Right.
kind of rebuild the way they see fit.
Let me piggyback just a little bit on something. As we know, yes, she's, I believe, will not be supervisor. I believe that. I believe also even her mayorship dealing with the township. And this question had came brought to me, and I said, well, let me ask Stephanie when I get an opportunity to. And now I do. No trick questions, but this is a question that was asked by a few of the listeners that I have. They said that in the termination, and I think that they 100% agree with what the actions of the board of trustees did by the termination of 2. But then they said that you left Keith Price in place, and they're saying this is just alleged that he was spared because of a relationship, friendship, or professional relationship. That is nothing on the out, nothing foul or anything that you all might have had during your tenure at Thornton Township, and knowing that he's worked in Harvey and different things. Could you set everybody straight, including myself? I hate rumors, so that's why I come straight to you.
I absolutely will. So let me start by saying that none of this is personal. Not the terminations that have happened already, not any of the decisions being made, not any of the people that have not been terminated. None of those decisions are personal. What I will say, to be honest and transparent, I do have a prior relationship with Keith Price. I've never been secretive about that. Everybody knows. However, we have always been on different sides of the fence. When I was at the township with the prior administration, Keith Price was on the outside fighting that prior administration. So this banter that him and I have back and forth, it's nothing new. Him and my sister went to high school together. My sister is 8 years older than I am. So I was a little 10-year-old running around the gym, and I have a passion.
So they messing with the youngster now.
Well, yeah. So I was little Weedman. I ran around. It just wasn't
little
enough. So
Weedman.
yes, there is a lot of prior relationship with him and I. However, that doesn't affect any decisions that I make. I want to be clear on the fact that looking at job functions, just let's start with just that fact alone. If there were a way that the board had the ability to terminate Keith Price, the first thing I would look at would be workload. Now, outside of what the public thinks his behavior has been publicly, there is a work function that I can see that he serves in a day-to-day capacity. So I would start with evaluating that. However, none of that is really relevant given the fact that he works out of general assistance. And, you know, part of Thornton Township, one of the things is that the board approves the budget for general assistance, but that money is the hiring, the firing, the budget. Once that budget is approved, the supervisor is allowed to make decisions solely. So the board
Okay.
approves the
Let's
budget.
let's go.
And then the
That's right.
supervisor has authority over that. So the board has
Okay,
no
we have.
firing power in general assistance, only in general fund.
Okay, so you're saying that Tiffany is, that's her cup of tea. She has that jurisdiction over that
Correct.
person that works for the, okay. Now, I
And
got a
the
question
supervisor.
from no matter who it is, they do have certain powers that you
For
can't
general
supersede
assistance,
according to the,
yes.
for the General Assistance Department. Well, any chief executive like a mayor, president, governor, or someone like board president Fred Winkle have certain hires that she can make, and those persons can make a mayor, can make appointments and different things like that, and it doesn't take that power away from you taking action with situation. But hold on one second, Stephanie. I got a viewer, and that viewer is saying when a trustee has to get a restraining order against an employee, that employee must be fired. What do you say about that?
I think that
Stephanie?
unless I think that that's a decision that the court has to make, and as of right now, that's not what the order says. So again,
Okay.
it would be a great. We have no control. We would have to trust the supervisor to make those decisions, and I mean, we can rest assured that that's not going to be the decision that's made. We're going to have to rely on.
Okay, but I understand, and I'm in complete understanding with you. But then the fact goes out again. This person works, and he is under the auspices and being paid by the township, and the township purse and all payroll is controlled and paid by. You have to approve it. Has to come before the board. And then the other question is, if you could get rid of Kamal and the praying pastor, as they call him. I don't even want to call his name because of certain reasons. If you can let them go, is there any recourse that you have other than court action to get rid of this person? Or and also, do you want to get rid of them, Stephanie?
You know, I think we've got 10 weeks left. We've got good control right now. I don't think that thinking about these things are worth our energy when we have no control over it. There's nothing as a board that we can do. So subsequently, everything in the meantime, we're kind of just wasting time that we could be focusing on things that we can touch, things that we can improve, things that we can build on. You know, I'm focused on the solutions right now, not the problem. I understand that there's some problems that come along with some of these people, but if there's a workaround, it would just be easier to do that. And when the next administration comes in, we can get things better in line, and then they could make the decisions that they want to for the direction that they feel they need to go in. I think shaking things up too much right now, it's so little time left. The goal is to make sure financially the next board can pick up the pieces.
And as you know, you've been on my show a few times, and you know how I interview, and I do give people an opportunity to express themselves, nothing personal, and you know that as well. But then the question still, someone is making I wouldn't say an accusation, but she's making a statement by saying that it's an untrue, I won't say what it says, no offense to anybody, that the board can get rid of an employee that has been hired under separate fundings. And she's saying that you all do have that power. Can you explain to our listener again that probably you don't want the vote? You're saying in your statement that, hey, why rock the boat right now when we got a control on things? We don't need a court fight. We don't need this. We got enough publicity going on. She's under control. She's not going to be supervisor for long. And he kind of knows I have that fight when you don't have to. Help me out if I'm saying it the right way. I'm not trying to speak for you. Go ahead.
No, and all of those are true. And I think that people need to understand that when we take these things to court, it's not free. We're spending more money. And do we want to do that for the short time frame we have left? Like the court case that's already happening, but do we want to pursue another one I mean, these are discussions that the board has to have. Again, my opinion is only mine. There are, 4 other people on that board. So, again, I'm just speaking from my place. I don't think that, in my opinion, it serves a purpose to spend more money in lawyer fees and court costs and to try and change something that's going to change very shortly anyways for free.
Okay. I understand where you're coming from, and I want to let our viewer know, not that there's no dog in the hunt. We all have an opportunity to express ourselves and to be able to ask those questions that some people may be confused about having. I won't say again to our listener that I don't want to take that position, because I don't think it's even personal or even friendship. I think that it's a matter of fiscal responsibility. One, you've already had so many things going on legally. You had to clean up the finances. You had to clean up the things that are happening. And Ms. Weedman came in at a time where there's pure crisis going on. And then she stepped into place so that there could be some stability. And I must step up and say that it's not easy when you have to govern versus using your emotions. A lot of times we use our emotions in making our decisions. It's just like, hold on one second, Stephanie, give me a couple seconds. This Target thing. Now you got 1,000 people that are vendors in the Target system that are African American. You close them stores down, you don't shop there. Them people don't get any. They don't get any revenue. You shut them down. Think about what you're doing before you're doing it. You got to really think about it. I'm not saying to our listener that I disagree or agree, but I think that you got to consider the thing and consider that Ms. Weedman came in at a time where they needed her and they needed some stability, and I think that she brings that to the table. Let Mr. Man just sit there for a minute, because he's been real quiet. He ain't said nothing. He been in the corner. Maybe he listened to somebody told him to shut up. But another thing I want to ask Stephanie is, will he be in any kind of way functioning? He's general assistance. He needs to go sit down somewhere. He's not security. He's no sworn police officer. He should not even be messing with even. I know a fellow member of the press from ABC7 and from NBC5 that I have a relationship with, said that his attitude and his disposition towards the press and even residents are harsh. Given the fact that y'all had a riot almost up and then not to your fault, and the super mayor put a cape on and flew over there to do all that rambling and rolling, will you keep him out of the way of the residents during your public meetings or any other functions that you have? That's a concern I like to hear.
Yeah, of course. I mean, even at the last meeting, the people that were present could tell you, like, I could see him sitting there. I could see that it was making people uncomfortable. I wasn't going to go back and forth with him on camera. I asked the media to, go have a seat downstairs. And once I dealt with what I needed to deal with upstairs, I went downstairs and I got them and I brought them back upstairs. Just because things aren't being done in a fashion that people can't see doesn't mean they're not being done. If there is a way I can keep him away from the public, I will. But not only is he an employee, but he's a resident. There's not really much I can do to control.
But what I'm saying is that, yeah, you're right, Steph. But what I'm saying is, as an employee, number one, he needs to go sit down somewhere. Two, he shouldn't have any kind of interactions due because of your orders of protection, so forth and so on. He needs to sit down somewhere. And three, he has no duty authority. He doesn't even have security guard authority. See, he shouldn't have any. And what I'm saying is, will someone advise him that it's not wise for him to be harassing or looking cockeyed or whatever the case may be and trying to intimidate the residents of your great township, Stephanie?
Yes, he has been advised of that. But again, I can only control what I can control. You know, I can do the right thing. I let the media up. I can't make him behave a certain way. I asked him to go. He eventually did. Right. But what happens in between, I can't take responsibility for that. You know,
So I want to ask one more question. You can help me. I think that this will clear it up. So are you saying that he is under the direct supervision of
the
your supervisor?
100%.
Okay, so he takes his orders from. Okay, I follow.
Yeah,
see, I had to make sure, but you know, he had to sit down somewhere.
If there was a way that I could say, you know, stop, but there's no leeway there, and honestly,
yes,
I know that my relationship with Keith is very unpopular with people, but please don't be. Him and I have some real serious talks. He knows how I feel. I'm not a closed mouth person. Even with my friends, I'm very blunt about what I think is right and wrong. Trust when I tell you that he probably gets it worse than most people do when I do talk to him. We do not talk that much anymore. It's an uncomfortable situation right now for everybody. It's very tense. It's, you know, it's a weird place. He's taking orders from a person that will literally tell you to do things that it's a really tough place. So again, we don't communicate. The control the board has over general assistance, the only way we could really cut people out would be to cut them out of the budget. If we approve the budget,
now I want to. Yes, go ahead.
With those positions being cut, then yeah, there's nothing they could do about that. But you know, our fiscal year does end this week. So,
and you have a lot of work to do, I'm sure.
And the next budget is for the new administration to make those decisions on.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a funny time because everything's transitioning.
Okay. Stephanie Weedman, the Honorable Trustee of Thornton Township that I grabbed, and I know she said, James, I didn't get my coffee or whatever. You talking all this talk, but then listen, I want to say to our audience and to our participants in our audience, you're always welcome here. I'm going to say some things that you're not going to like and we're not going to agree, but let's have dialogue. And I feel, and I always have felt that Trustee Weedman has always, from day one, having contact, she's always been forthright and honest, even about, there's nothing hidden about her. She's not a part of this evil cabal, as Jane Byrne would call it. Well, there's some evil caballing going on in Thornton Township. Unfortunately, they have a supervisor that happens to be the mayor of one of the municipalities that's being served. And they have their own problems. I want to ask you something, Stephanie, if it's possible, because I know that you got friends everywhere and people that love you. Even though, you know, this ain't an easy thing being in government, but you have a close-knit circle of friends that I wanted to acknowledge. There you go with your crew, especially that one right there in the front. Y'all got to watch the doc. Doc be on something. But no, all of her wonders. And let me tell you this. You know, nobody asked you all to go through what you're going through. Nobody asked you to have to take the stances that you've taken, especially with people that you've worked with and that you know, and people that know you even from school and your athletic days and things like that. How is Stephanie Weedman? How is her family? How are you getting along with this change in your status, lifestyle? Because now until otherwise said, you're in government, you're in policy making decision. And think about this just for a couple of seconds. I'm going to go to a quick break. If you give me a couple of minutes, just breathe a little bit on that. I'm going to come back. Brother Lee's commentary is coming up, folks. Y'all just stick around. This is the MacMan Morning Show. Good morning to each and every one of you. Y'all just hang on. We'll be right back after these messages. Hold on, Stephanie, 1 second, and I'll let you go in a couple seconds. Give us just this time for a second. Here we go.
Okay. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws. They just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch. Yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
From the great and powerful Oz.
Hey, I'm not the Oz. Man, I'm just plain old DJ Big Daddy House, a.k.a. Samaj Anand, right here on WKRA 92.7 FM on the Mac Man Morning Show, making a brand new announcement. Yes, a brand new announcement for all of you out there that have non-for-profit organizations or just doing good in the hood. We have a new segment called the Community Calendar. So if you got something going on good in the hood that's going to benefit the people of this nation, man, make sure you get in touch with us, man, so we can put it out there and everybody can know about your creation. Right here at the Madman Morning Show, WKRA 92.7 FM.
Around, cause there's a reason to rejoice, you see.
Tune in to the MacMan Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the MacMan Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there.
I want to say that we're back on the air here at the MacMan Morning Show. We'd like to say good morning to each and every one of you. we're working out the bugs. We're trying to get things together. StreamYard heard my cry. They're trying to treat me nice. So let's see what they'll do, because some of the volume has adjusted, and I'm going to have to work on that. We'll do that. Michelle Franklin's Tax Service. Don't forget about, you need to get your taxes prepared. Get them ready now. We don't know what's going to happen with the IRS, whether there will be any delays. We haven't gotten any news about that yet, but look, she can get you up to $7,000 in advancements, and also get a free estimate. You ain't got to leave home. You got convenient ways of receiving your refund. Personal, business, and 1099 customers are welcome. Schedule your free estimate today. And don't forget, yes, it's been cold, raining, all kinds of everything happening, and we can't do nothing about it. I don't suggest that you go anywhere now, but if you get your refund with Michelle, she'll offer you and give to you a 3-day, 2-night vacation in anywhere of the 48 states here, not Hawaii. You can't go to Puerto Rico. You can't go to none of them U.S. islands and things like that. So don't get all excited going 3 days to Hawaii. That ain't enough time. So you can get that. Call Michelle at 708-296-3133, 708-296-3133. She'll be waiting for your call. Pizza Pro XL down in Marks, Mississippi. We're just saying hello to everyone down there. Congratulations to that wonderful basketball team. You went a long way in the class. I think it was 2/8. Quarterfinals and everything. Congratulations. You did a wonderful job. Y'all leave these things alone here. These towering drinks and things like that you can celebrate later. Summer's coming, folks. You need to get down to Pizza Pro XL. We got a new production for our new clients that have come, and we want to just say thank you to Miss Bridget Wright and her wonderful establishment down there in Marks, Mississippi. Also, y'all know that Election Day is tomorrow in Dalton. They're getting ready to select their new leadership for the coming year. Listen, folks, it's important for you to vote. You already know where my endorsement is. It is with Clean House 2025. I believe that this group of individuals are going to be more responsible in doing what they do as far as governing and bringing the village back to where it needs to be. It's going to take a lot of work, folks, and it's going to take a lot of hands on deck. So we support we support Clean House 2025, not Project 2021. Lord help us. We don't need to be bothering with them. And we want to thank all of you for your support. My guest is Stephanie Weedman. She has to go. And we're going to get out of here in a couple of seconds. Stephanie, can you say, she had to leave, folks. So we're grateful for her, because I know that she was busy. She's preparing for her board meeting that she's having. Listen, I'm going to bring Brother Lee in a couple of seconds. He's going to come up. I got to give you some stuff to chew on here. Listen, it's really getting sticky in our country. For those of you that are listening, thank you for listening. Everybody in the chat, thank you for even just saying hello. Listen, I had got this information on this weekend, and I wanted to throw this out here, and I needed to ask Brother Lee to comment on it and do his commentary on some of this, because the Republicans are nervous now because Medicaid SNAP benefits are going through a rough time in the budget hearings. A lot of the Republican red states get their people that are there that voted for, who, that type of thing. The red states that they call them are having a difficult time because the man with the orange makeup wants to cut all SNAP benefits. They want to cut them. I mean, they sure enough want to cut them to the bone that nobody gets anything. And it's a terrible situation that 10 GOP district lawmakers in their districts with the highest percentage of Medicare and SNAP benefits are just, man, they're having a fit. And Speaker Mike Johnson is in Louisiana, Hal Rogers in Kentucky. They're talking about California, Texas, Philadelphia, they should hit Mississippi and Tennessee and Arkansas too. Chicago, all of these places, they say that not really Chicago or the big metropolitan cities, but in these rural areas, Kansas, and in these places, they're saying they're getting ready to cut them. Now they're trying to come after our economy, the economy, the black economy, yours, mine. They're telling you that all of the let me say this right now. I have a breaking news report. This is a sad breaking news report that I have coming from the MacMan Wires and the news service. NBC has just announced the passing of one of the greatest women in soul music. Roberta Flack just passed away at age 88. Donny Hathaway and her had a song, and Brother Donny Hathaway tragically left us early in his life, a musical genius. But Roberta Flack goes way, way back, and my heart goes out to her family and to her fans everywhere. Sorry to bring that. As you know, it is right now 46 past the hour of 9 o'clock on Monday here on the MacMan Morning Show. We have to realize and understand that life and people are making their transitions. Several people that I know last week have made their transitions, and we'll be hearing more about Miss Roberta Flack in the coming days, and I'll keep everybody abreast on that. That just came. I have another question. DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. It's not an agency. It's not an official agency. It hasn't been. But this agency is Elon, the muskrat. And he went up and he says that the savings that he's going to be getting from cutting all of the government jobs is almost 100,000 that have been cut so far that I know of low-level workers and civil servants. This is what they're saying that they're going to do. Give us $5,000. I know y'all don't want to hear this, but then $5,000 for every taxpayer, not the poor people. You don't get nothing. You on welfare and you're not working, you don't have a W-2 or whatever business or whatever the case, you don't get the $5,000. And it's not really $5,000. According to the Treasury Department, a realistic thought is that if the muskrat gets them $1 trillion in savings, everybody would get $2,500, $2,500, half of that. Let me ask this question. Are you satisfied? Would you be satisfied with what the muskrat and the orange man is doing? They're getting ready to cut the poor people out. They're getting ready to, and as Brother Lee comes with his commentary, they're cutting people out. Yes, we know the problems, but then it's a backfiring effect that's getting ready to happen because people that they represent, these people that say that they're in the Republican Party, say that they represent, are hollering and screaming. There have been town hall meetings everywhere. There have been a lot of things that have occurred and have happened and still happening because this agency that really don't exist is taking over from taxes, from poor people to everything. They're trying to squeeze everybody out. And then they tell you, we're going to send you $5,000 as a rebate, as for safe, sound like some of that Tiffany Henry stuff. I'm going to give you a rebate, and it'll be about $3, $4, $15 or something like that. $2 million amongst all them folks ain't going to go very long. So you got to really give them something to go on. Brother Lee Mack is coming with his commentary, and we're going to take one more small break. I wanted to also acknowledge the fact that we got a special guest coming on Tuesday. Our new sponsor will be here to explain and talk about some of the growing changes in business and in insurance. that you need to cover yourself. Listen, folks, get you some insurance on your car, your house, your apartment, all those things that you value. You need those things. We got Latanya. I mean, that's not Latanya. God help us. Toya McDonald, Farmer Insurance Agent, is going to be here. She's going to hang me about her name. Uh, Toya's coming to talk to us, and then we're going to premiere her new commercial that she has. There's some technical things that have to be done. Forgive me for all those things. And I'm just grateful for people just being able to be a part of our wonderful broadcast each and every day. So we'd like to welcome our new sponsors that come, and those of you that want to have your sponsorship here as we continue to navigate, you can always go to magmedia3 at gmail.com, magmedia3 at gmail.com, and you can also lend your support, give your ideas, and so forth. Once again, we want to thank Stephanie Weedman for being here. I know she had to go, but she's always came here and never refused our invitation. So we thank you. Brother Lee Mack is here. Commentary he's going to have as we have this other half of our show. And Brother Lee Mack, we know that the weekend has been the weekend and things like that. But we're going to give over to him at this time. Brother Lee Mack, our chief correspondent, and contributor. He's our chief commentator. He's the guy that's going to bring it raw, uncut, unedited. Here he is, Brother Lee Mack. Go ahead, Lee. Hey, good morning to you. Grand right.
Great day, everyone. New beginnings. I like to commend Mac Man on his guest today. You know, we're doing Township, Thornton Township. And okay, in this Black History Month, which they gave us that February, it's almost up. Seems like it runs pretty fast. That's why they gave us the shortest month of the year. But I like to first say about Black history, a little footnote here is that Statue of Liberty. It's in representation of freed slaves in 1865 by the French. The French commissioned it, built it, and sent it over. It's in representation of freed slaves. White folks say that it's for immigrants. No, it's not. Actually, if you ever visit that Statue of Liberty in the basement below the feet, is some information about the history of that statue that's in New York. That's in New York. Um, so if we know more about that statue, I think we would we would celebrate it. I mean, you know, we would visit it. We would see that it's in representation of our ancestors. One of the biggest and most well-known monuments in the world. Uh, you know, especially in the United States, the biggest monument in the world in the United States. So it's in representation of us being freed. And France commissioned it, built it, and sent it over. Uh, you know, so that's what I like to say about that real quick. But in Black history, I'd like to say about Stephanie Weedman. Stephanie Weedman, she is a Caucasian representing the Black community. That's kind of weird, huh? Sister say she gonna make changes, but they were the very people that created the chaos in these United States against the Blacks, against the African Americans. They are the exact people that created these problems. Now she says she's the one that can solve them. And she speaks very proudly about that. I don't think there's any honor about her whatsoever just because she's a politician doesn't give her the right, doesn't give her the status of honorable. You know, I don't think that we should be looking up to a Caucasian to save us. You know, there's plenty of African Americans that can do that job just as well and have a connection to us as a people. So I don't celebrate Stephanie Weedman, trustee of Thorndale Township, at all. Actually, I'm kind of pissed off about it. a sister, a Caucasian, gets up there and she speaks for us. No one can speak for us.
Did I lose you, Lee? No, I didn't mess with it. Say something, Lee, please.
I like to hear what you have
Okay,
to
there
say
you
about
go.
that.
Yes, sir.
I like to hear what you have to say
Well,
about that, Mac.
I'm going to say this. One, politically, I think it was a move that had to be made. Two, I don't know much as far as her policy. She's never been in policy before, and I think that because she had familiarity with how things went, it was a stopgap measure as far as politically is concerned. Now I think that they have drafted the new slate, the new administration that will be coming in will reflect the actual makeup of that population. Along with this is just she's just there temporary, and I think a couple of weeks she got about 10 weeks or so. It was a temporary measure to try to stop that supervisor from what they were doing. That was my approach. As far as even representation from somebody of another color, well, I can agree with you on that. I have no argument about that because I think that we should be able to speak up for ourselves as a race of people. I really do believe that we've been shortchanged as a people. We have been. We have been. People should not be just judged by, I agree, by the color. But then there were a lot of people that helped us in the civil rights movement, and I'm not saying I'm turning over the whole thing over to people that are Caucasians. Just like I was saying about the Target situation. Now I support hitting that bottom line. I support sitting down at the table. Why are we boycotting? What are our demands? What is it that we really want? Is it an impulse that we have saying, well, okay, yeah, it's going to hurt them if we don't go there? But what about all those other black companies that are contracted with Target? They're going to lose business too. If those stores close, they're off the shelves, clear all that stuff off the shelf. Where are you going to put that inventory? So we can't, even in politics. I learned this the hard way by having impulse. I had an impulse about a political situation that was dearly personal to me, and I took it personal. I surely did. The mistake that I made was I did it on my emotions. I said, okay, I don't like the fact that the muskrat and his friends and his folks up there that are doing things trying to take us back to slavery. I ain't going, but am I going to put every white person in that category? I can't do it. I can't do it because behind the scenes, I know that there are some people that genuinely, not a lot, but then there's some people that are genuinely understand our plight, that we not equal in this country. So as your commentary, it's your commentary. I'm not disagreeing. This is your opportunity, Lee, each and every day to have Brother Lee's commentary, good, bad, indifferent, however the medicine go, whether people turn off, they turn on. You have a right to speak and vocalize yourself on this show. That's what you do. And folks, you've been around a long time. I don't have time. I'm just letting you know that this is our show. This is how we do things here. You got to listen on both sides. I believe that Brother Lee is bringing a side that people are really concerned about, given the fact of the things that are going on in our community. And Brother Lee, I just turned it right back over to you, sir. And you go forth in your commentary. This is your commentary. Go forth, sir, if I answered your question.
Well, my brother, I like to say this. I don't doubt her, Miss Weederman's skill set, but we shouldn't be looking toward Caucasians to save ourselves. We shouldn't be looking. I don't care if it's a stopgap. We have qualified African Americans to stopgap to fill in whatever gap we need. This white woman comes along, and now everybody's perked up because she says she has the answers. She says that this is clean house. What does cleaning house mean? Do you know how to clean a house? And are you cleaning it for us or are you cleaning it for yourself? And when you say come up with a slogan, clean house, what does that mean? We've had many slogans in our past that said, well, they're going to clean up our communities. They're going to get them right. They're going to do this and that. And our community's been looking like this. And this is a fact. And you can look it up. Uh, Thornton Township hasn't changed in over 40 years, and that's a fact. So these people that come along and say, I'm going to get rid of this politician and replace him with this, that community hasn't changed. Actually, it's gotten worse. And so over the course of those 40 years, over the course of those changes they made, and they've been telling you that we're going to bring it back to what? The way it was, because the way it was is not what we needed. And that's the thing that we're talking about here. Change for the sake of change is not good enough, not for us anymore. And that's what we're talking about here, is saying that honoring politicians don't go together. That doesn't go together. That's a poverty pimp. Our politicians are poverty pimps. They feed off the public. They feed off the people. They promise us many things and do nothing, especially in our community. They haven't done anything to get the notoriety or get the moniker of saying honorable. I wouldn't put honorable next to a politician. Politicians are social workers that pimps. They feed off of the people. They're social workers without a conscience, because they tell you something and do entirely something else when they get to office. Listen, the majority of politicians don't come through with their promises. And that's the thing, that we don't hold them accountable. Every time we send a politician to office, they come back with an excuse. They're worse than a kid that don't go to school and do their homework. They get the information, they come back and they don't do the homework. And so they don't get a good grade. And that's why we keep putting these politicians in office, hoping that they do the right thing. And they haven't done the right thing. So that's why I say, prior to this previous administration, this current administration, the people that they had in office weren't doing the job in the first place. And the people before them, the politicians before them, check the records here. Look it up. That's why I say, we don't give anybody a pass just because they're not the thing. And Donald Trump, I'll speak about him briefly. Here's the thing about him. Yes, he's canceling out, trying to get rid of food stamps and the help for the needy and the help for the people that really need it. And because he's ignorant. He's ignorant. He thinks that, because you hear things and you get things off from other Caucasians saying that only black folks and minorities are getting these benefits. No, most of these benefits are going to Caucasians. And that's where he's hurting his own people. He's as ignorant, but he cares nothing about anybody but himself. He probably knows for a fact, like he said, he likes the ignorant. He likes the uneducated. And that's the thing we're talking about here. We have to look closely at things, especially, we're looking at this Black History Month will be over soon, and we haven't said anything about many of the accomplishments that we made in our history. Many of the real accomplishments that we made in our history to inspire us, to let others like ourselves know that we can do anything. And the thing about this is that, and I'm going to tell you, this is a fact. And I might not have time to tell you today because this will take a while. But I can guarantee you 99.9% of the white people in this country are racist. And I can prove it. I can prove it. No psychologist, no sociologist, no PhD has been able to speak in the terms that I can say this. And clearly, no one can debate what I'm about to say, but I can't say it right now because I don't have enough time. But I can prove that every 99.9% of the white folks in this country are truly racist. And I'd like to turn it over to you, brother man.
Well, it's Brother Lee's commentary, and like I said, I'll say this again. There are no excuses about what's going on. I love the achievements of our people and the things that we have done. But let me take this further in saying to all of you civil servants that have lost your jobs, those of you that got 401ks that have went to the toilet, people that were managing your 401k charge or your 401k fees to lose money. For all of you all that were out there rooting for the orange man, not knowing that you was putting the muskrat in the office, I'm talking to you, talking to the people that are still sitting at home, contemplating, complaining about what's happening, and not putting forth any effort to try to make things better. If we don't say anything and our silence is all echoing through the land, that means we consent. If you sit back and not open your mouth and say anything about what's going on now, and it's happening right before our faces, and I don't think that people, I'm not saying panic, but then watch and observe. Not just that, be ready to act. On tomorrow, we'll have someone that we hope that will bring some inspiration and information, especially great information to you about securing that which is your. We got to think, folks, are we just going to give up and say, well, here they come. Oh, we can't do nothing. Oh, we can do something about it. There's still an opportunity for us to stop. All over the world, they're talking about the United States and comparing us also with Russia and what they're doing. I'm not at the diplomatic table, but then I can also, the thing that I can do is bring you the information for what it is. These things are happening as we sleep at night. Congress was making all kinds of decisions. When we wake up, there are new decisions and new things for the rich have gotten richer and the poor is getting poorer. Yes, you heard that already, but it's an actual true fact. $4.5 trillion in tax cuts for the rich. That means they'll never have to pay no taxes if this man's stuff goes through like this. And who suffers? Those of us that actually pay taxes. Those of us that actually do contribute to this economy. And we see what's going on in our school system. Schools as we know it, probably in a year or so, is going to be obsolete. The school system, the public school system is already shedded and shrouded with all kinds of dysfunction. It's not working. Somewhere it's not working. You can go to one school in one community and it looks like a college campus, and you go to another school in our neighborhood, it looks like somebody dropped a bomb. And how can you get an education in a place that looks like that? Look around you, folks. Look around you. Budget cuts. They say budget cuts. We've been wasting money, and dead people are getting checks and all kinds of stuff. You let 27-year-old, 23-year-old people, the only thing they know how to do is operate a game station, go inside the IRS, go inside the Social Security Administration, and get all of our information. Who knows who got your information? Okay, your public information, your hospital admin. All you need is the number. They know everybody that gets a check, everybody that gets a payout from a grant, everybody that gets any kind of resources, they know. Now, we know that already. What are we going to do about it? Is there a solution? I believe that there is, and we got to find it. That's why we have to come together, even though we do talk about different things each and every morning, even though we do have an opportunity that we talk about other communities. These things that are happening around about us is not just isolated in the box or in a certain state. It's happening everywhere. I got relatives that work for the federal government. They're worried right now whether they're going to have a job or not. Those federally backed programs that depend on that federal money, it's getting ready to be cut. The United Negro College Fund, you ain't getting no more money. Might not have any Pell Grants. There's no more affirmative action, so you can't. I mean, and the biggest benefactors of those programs, food stamps, affirmative action, free workspace safety, all those things that have come down, the grants and all the money, they benefited. Yes, they have. Caucasian people, and particularly Caucasian women, have benefited and still benefiting from the programs and the things that were designed for African Americans to have a level playing field. Oh yeah, we pissed off, we upset. I'm upset sometimes too when I look at it. But my being upset at that person, is that going to solve the problem, or am I going to find a solution that all of us can get and be a part of, and yet to see that we're in survival mode? Let me go back to that. Are you in survival mode? We had a guest on here, Muna Falls, said, you got to be in survival mode. You got to want it. No matter what. People jump over the fence at the border, trying to get over here, trying to get a better living. Now they're trying to go back to their country now. People are jumping and trying to get over here because they knew that it was a good life. It was a good benefit to them, for them to be here. Now they're thinking it's survival mode. How did they survive all this time? 10 and 12 in the house. You know, they pool their money together, buy that house and go get another one and buy that one and go get an old truck and buy that one. And we, as a community, I can't talk about them. You know why? They stuck together. How many of us are going to stick together? Are we in survival mode? Or are we still going to be lost in the sauce? Are we still going to be thinking, oh, we got great security, my job is secure? No, everything is on the, if you are connected or your company is connected to the federal government, you better watch out. DEI, black, whatever the case may be, they coming for you. And it seems like they doing what they say they were going to do. So what do I do as a communicator, as a broadcaster, as a talk show host? Do I leave it and be quiet and talk about P. Diddley or any of them other jokers or what the celebrities are doing? Or am I going to bring, one, hopefully solutions, two, information that you can use, and three, bring you somewhere an alert on the things that you don't hear about and I hear about? That's my job as a newsman and as an anchor person. This is the Magman Morning Show on YouTube. We're here. We'd like to acknowledge and say hello to WKRA 92.7 on our FM that we still got a contract with them, folks. We got to say something. I'd like to say hello to Raven Archery and to all of you that are here. We'll be back right after these messages. Brother Lee probably have a last word or two. We're just going to get in with our sponsors. We'll be right back.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Our families are precious to us. We work each and every day to make sure that they are safe and secure and that they have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be home, auto, specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538. That's 708-722-1538.
Tune in to the Macman Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Macman Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m.
We thank everyone for being here on the Magman Morning Show. Let me remind you of our guests on tomorrow. We're going to have a wonderful guest, someone that has some great information and have a great company. We are talking about Latoya McDonald. She's a farmers insurance agency, going to be here on tomorrow. And we're going to be spotlighting her business also and great information that you can use in these times. There are a lot of regulations. There are a lot of things that are changing. She's she's licensed in Illinois and in Indiana. She's licensed, but her knowledge and her universal knowledge of finance and of insurance is worth tuning in tomorrow. We want you all to be a part of that wonderful show. I still got Brother Lee here. I would like to say hey to all of you all that are listening to us, that are here. Thank you for coming aboard and giving us this opportunity just to say hello to you. I'd like to say hello to Michelle Franklin. Also, y'all go over there, y'all call Michelle for your tax needs. Get your taxes done. Up to $7,000 in advances that she can give you, up to 708-296-3133. Y'all call her. Get that big. And also, we want to say hello to Pizza Pro XL in Marks, Mississippi. We want to say hello to all of you that are there. Y'all go get y'all a drink after everything that's happening. Miss Bridget Wright is down there in Mississippi. I'd like to say good morning to each and every one of you. This is the MacMan Morning Show. We're here each and every weekday morning from 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's 10 a.m. on the East Coast, right here on YouTube and on our affiliate channels, the MacMan Morning Show Network and Mag Media 3 Productions. We are grateful for being here. We got a lot of things that are coming about. I'd like to say good morning to and great day to Diane Black, our next Congresswoman from the state of Mississippi. That's District 1. I am rooting for. I hope she runs. Diane, please run. Good morning to you, sister. Get ready because we got to help her to get to where she needs to go. I'd like to salute all of our heroes, past and present, that have gone on before us, those that have made a way for even Lee and I to even be on media, and all those that made those sacrifices. I salute you all. Also, I'd like to remind everybody, if you're just tuning in with us, we got some tragic news about one of our wonderful soul singers, one of the greatest singers, musicians that ever hit the piano. You think Alicia Keys was something. She had to get her start from Roberta Flack. Yes, Miss Roberta Flack has made her transition. NBC News has given us those details, and we'll have more about Miss Roberta Flack on tomorrow's show. I'll get some information. Man, killing me softly, man. And the first time ever I saw your face, I mean, and people would, I mean, you know, not only do we have the talent, folks, but we just blessed. We just got it. We have it. I can't explain it. I don't know where it comes from, but we got something. And don't you know that whether it's music, whether it's anything in this world, has anything, whatever it is, we as a people have a part in it. We are the ones that have that creative juice that God gave us, and I'm just grateful that we are. Hey, we'll be back here on tomorrow at 9 o'clock, not 9:30, 9 o'clock, right here on Tuesday, right here on the MacMan Morning Show as we get ready to wrap up our Monday. We're asking that you do get out and vote. You still can early vote. I think this is the last. Is it the last? It should be the last day. Clean House 2025. I know that a lot of people have heard about it, and hopefully the new administrations and the new people that come in can make things a little bit better for the people that live there. It's about the people, folks. And we're going to go on. I'd like to thank everybody for being here. You all have a wonderful day. Love somebody. It ain't going to hurt you to love somebody. Be kind to somebody. Try to make somebody's day. And we'll be back here on the MacMan Morning Show tomorrow morning. And for Brother Lee, our chief contributor, Dr. J, our executive producer, we'll be back here on tomorrow on the MacMan Morning Show. Y'all have a wonderful day and just have Just enjoy yourself and be good to somebody.
It's a